Hello, everybody. What is up? It's Coach Cam back for another week of betting on banter bets and BPL. Last week was good. Came out a little positive, which is great. Had some decent bets. Had some teams win that I liked. Arsenal won. Watford won. It was all great. Loved it. But this week I'm going to be back trying to win some more money, and we have some really good games this week. In particular, City versus Chelsea, which is where I'm going to start for the betting. City's playing Chelsea. Last two times they played, City lost and didn't even score. Both 1-0. So it's going to be tough, but I got to put money on City. I have to. They're my team, and they are looking fairly good. They just matched. I want to say it was Wickham in the cup yesterday. So, and they have players that are back. They have Mahrez fully fit now. They have Foden. They have Kevin De Bruyne. They have Sterling. So I think they're going to field a pretty strong lineup against Chelsea, and hopefully they can come up with the win. Hopefully they have some fire and drive to be like this team is beating us twice. They're the best team in Europe. We want to be the best team in the world, in Europe and the world, and you're gonna have to beat Chelsea at some point to get to that position. So it's a good way to start. The only person I'm really scared of for Chelsea is Lukaku. We've seen Ruben Diaz getting thrown off the ball by players like Haaland and Kai Havertz. So a big player like Lukaku might have his way with the City defenders, but we'll see. Hopefully City can squeeze the ball, win it, counterattack, use the outlets of Sterling, Foden, Mahrez, and Grealish now, and make something happen against Chelsea. But I'm putting $10 on City to beat Chelsea. Pays 27.50. We also have Arsenal versus Spurs, which that's going to be a good game as well. And I'm going to be putting $10 on Spurs. Arsenal's been good. I don't think it's going to last. I still think Arteta needs to get the boot out the door. And I also believe that Spurs are just trying to figure some things out as well. Christian Romero finally started. They lost, but I think he's going to be a really bright young center back for Tottenham. And then they have Harry Kane, who needs to start playing like real Harry Kane, and Son, and they have these other amazing players that can really make a difference. And they got to start using them. And I think it's time for definitely a big turnaround from Spurs. So this is it. So they're going to be playing Arsenal, two teams that I feel could be at some points middle to top of the tables. So they're going to have to battle it out. Might as well make it now. I'm going to put $10 on Spurs, pays 32. And then when I put in a little parlay in, last week I betted against Brighton and they beat Leicester. So this week I'm parlaying for Brighton against Crystal Palace. I'm also going to parlay that with West Ham to beat Leeds. $10 pays 65. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Brighton seemed to have taken Leicester by surprise and by ease as well, having majority of possession in the first half, scoring some pretty brilliant goals. And yeah, I think they're going to be a serious team this year and have their defensive shape and their system that they play down pat. Seems to be working for them, and they really struggled with the goals. We know Keegan loves the expected goals for Brighton being one of his main talking points every time we mention them, but if they really can produce these expected goals, then they're going to be able to beat a lot of teams in the Prem. And take Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira, still a new manager. That Hudson Edouard, again, I talked about him last time. He scored 2 goals, so hopefully he doesn't do the same thing. But he does look like a real threat in the Prem. But we'll see how serious he is. I'm kind of betting against Crystal Palace, just in the sense that I don't think Hudson Edouard's going to be scoring 2 goals every week, and yeah, maybe a team like Brighton's going to be able to shut him down. That's the plan. And I have West Ham versus Leeds. West Ham has been looking really good, like a real contender for top spots, which is great. They're playing Leeds, who have been struggling lately, and that's usually a formula for 2 things. Either one, because one team's doing so well, because Leeds are struggling, Leeds will win this game, or West Ham will continue to rise and feed off the how they're doing so well and the belief that they're able to push into top spots in the Prem. They're going to beat up on a Leeds team who's still trying to figure things out and are wondering why isn't the same way we played last year being effective. And I think that's the second case is what's going to happen. And West Ham's going to end up beating, and they have Antonio back from his suspension, I believe. So yeah, I believe it's going to be West Ham. I believe it's going to be Brighton. I believe it's going to win us $65. Then I have 2 goal scorers to score at any time. The first one's Adam Armstrong for Southampton. It was either between him or Jimenez, to be honest, because I think one of the two are both going to score in the Southampton Wolves game. But Jimenez has been frustrating to watch. Been frustrating, I'm sure, for real Wolves fans and for Wolves themselves. And it's also just a little frustration for me because I drafted him in the fantasy Prem, and he's not really been performing. So I'm going to stick away from him for a little bit until he can find form or until he gets chopped out of the lineup, and then I can get rid of him. But I'm going to go with Adam Armstrong instead. Bright definitely gets chances, definitely finds himself in great chances every game I've seen him play. His finishing has been sometimes superb, sometimes not that great at all, but he's still trying to find form and find himself in the Prem. So I think that he hasn't, if he's able to, I believe he's going to get an opportunity, a great opportunity to score in this game. I just hope he can take it. So I'm going to put 5 on him for page 17, but of course, void if he doesn't start. Then the other one is Alan St. Maximin. They play Watford. He's been on fire. He's been unreal to watch. He's been unreal for Newcastle. He's been a real difference maker in the Premier League so far. So I'm going to put $5 on him, pays $22.50. But again, void if he doesn't start. And then last but not least, I'm going to do another parlay. It's going to be both teams to score in the Liverpool game and Liverpool to win. Liverpool is playing Brentford. I think Liverpool will win this game, despite Brentford just coming up and maybe giving Liverpool some troubles. I think the only trouble that they're going to give Liverpool is the fact that they might be able to get in behind once or twice, and I think putting a goal in the net might shake Liverpool a little bit. But then Liverpool will bounce back and end up winning the game. That's what I believe. Maybe 3-1, 4-1. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing the Leicester and both teams to score in that game. I'm going to parlay both those, put $10, pays 112. Leicester plays. Oh, that's a good question. Who does Leicester play? Oh, it's just blanked. It's just blanked to me. I'm picking Leicester because I want to say Leicester, I think, will score. I think they have the ability to score, especially with players like Jamie Vardy, Harvey Barnes, Madison, and such. They have a Lookman now too. But seeing them against Brighton, I also believe that they're willing to concede goals. So that's why I'm saying both teams to score, and but Leicester to win. Following both them, $10 pays 112, and that's $50 bet. Hopefully some of these hit. Hopefully we can walk away with some more money this week. I'm super excited to watch this Premier League weekend because it does start with City playing Chelsea, which is going to be hopefully an exciting game, but my favorite team playing. So it's always nice to watch your favorite team. And yeah, that's about it. It's going to be short and sweet this week. Goal, win money. Another goal, City being Chelsea. And both those goals involve me winning money and such. So yeah, that's about it. If you're following me, that's perfect. We're going to be coming up and up. So that's going to be great. I highly encourage you guys to listen and watch the other podcasters and take some of their bets as well. And yeah, hopefully we can all win some money, and hopefully your favorite teams in the Prem win this week as well. That being said, stay safe, bet safe, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.